Yo boys, welcome back to another video, and today we got ourselves the first half of the Tournament of Power. Now, let's have a quick look at the team and let's see if we get straight into this here as fast as we can. As we can see here, this is our team at the moment, and we have a look at the friendship rank. Everybody's managed to get to 10. I've managed to get everybody to 10. Have a look through all the tiers, 2 in Z, 3 in S, 2 in A, and are both in backup, and then just a 1B, which is obviously the Gohan. Which I can't do much else about because he's just that guy. So yeah, this is going to be the way we're going to be doing this right here. And now let's see how well we can get through this here. And before we even go in, key restore speed. Here we go. Get that engraved into your head. Shows you who's attacking first. So yeah, I say we get straight into this here. And for the first fight that we're going to do, it's going to be to our right, which is going to be a Frieza 4 stage. This should be easy enough, so let's get into it. Okay, so yeah, this is where we're going to have this right here. It's not too much of a variation, but I want to keep the hero right beside the Gohan as much as I possibly can. So, this is what we're going to do this here. Try to get a whole color wheel. We haven't got a red, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So, I say we get straight into this here. The way you do this fight is you get rid of Broly first, and you get rid of Frieza. Here is Shugesh. Raditz. No, that's Shugesh, this is Morgos. Goddammit, then Bardock at the end. I'm not going to skip this fight. I'm going to show how well this team can do. So, let's get straight into this here. Okay, so we did have to actually rely on the rush. But it's all good. Everyone's still healthy. 1.4. We obviously got the full kill, nonetheless. So let's move on. Next fight gonna be this one right here. It's easy enough stage because this one is just a no-go. Because here is a okay enough, but then here is just the way you want to go. But you know, we're gonna try and get the best stages out of the way first. So let's get into it. I can see, you know, this is where we're probably gonna have the team right here. I just moved the Goku up to special move. There's nothing too much to change. I was thinking of putting Kaioken, but there's two purples, so there's no point. So, we're gonna move on. The way to do this fight is get rid of the Gogetas first, and get rid of Pikkon, Vegeta, and then these two. If you want to, now this is if you want to, you can swap the Gohan to Strike. I know that's what I'm gonna do. Give me 2 seconds, but this is the formation. Swap the Gohan to Strike because most of the team is Strike based. Or, alternatively, you can actually put the Nappa or the Goku on. I'm only thinking of this now, but yeah, let's move on. Straight into this here, I'm going to remember to put the skip button back on. Alright, coming out of that fight. 1.1 billion, not too bad, it's a free fifth stage. Nothing too shabby about that, we got a super type of Gohan, so that's pretty good. So yeah, let's move on. The next fight going to be this one right here. Decent enough fight, so let's get into it. Okay, so yeah, this is where we're going to have the team right here. I was thinking of maybe keeping the Kaioken on, but there is 2 greens, might as well have a purple, so yeah, I say we get straight into this here. Alternatively, if you want to, you can put the Kaioken on and swap them out for Super Saiyan 2, but I'm going to see how well we can tank this here mostly, so let's get into it. The way you do this fight is you get rid of Tapion, actually no, get rid of Beerus first actually, then get rid of Tapion. Beerus can stun you. The stun is a bit more important than a special move gauge. Although, actually no, don't go for Tapion. Look at Gohan has the super ready. So go for Tapion first, then go for Beerus. Then get rid of Vegeta Blue. Get rid of this Vegeta, this Goku, and then Emu at the end. Because of the fact that he can actually dodge. That's the only reason. Other than that, let's move on. And coming out of that fight, how well are we looking? Okay, Gohan took a bit of a hefty bit of damage. But we still got the full kill nonetheless. That's pretty good. We have 4 supers on the way. That's also pretty good. So yeah, let's move on. The next fight gonna be this one right here, which is just movies team. Alternatively, you can go over here. I am gonna put another path in. I didn't say this at the beginning, but I'm gonna put another path in on the left, which is maybe a slightly easier one. But I'm gonna stick with my path and see how well we do with that. You can go for that one if you want to, by all means. And the way you do this fight right here is you get rid of droids first, then you get rid of the cell. Then you get rid of 21, Kid Buu, Slug, then Broly. Now I do have another way of doing it. Whether or not that's the correct way, I don't know. Because I did have an extensive look at the kit and there isn't too much that they actually fucking do. So you can follow that method or you could do this one because I feel like this one might be slightly better. But that's just opinion based. So you can do it either way. I'll move on and I'm going to do this fight right here. So let's get into it. Now you can see now this is where we're going to have the fight right here. Again, there's not too much variation. However, these two are only just really here for backup. In other words, if this Gohan dies, we're half screwed, but we still have 2 characters. So let's move on. The way you do this fight is you get rid of this Vegeta, then you get rid of Gogeta, get rid of God Goku, get rid of this guy, get rid of 14, then him. Now again, with similar situation to the other movie stage with Ultra Gogeta and the 2 Janembas, you can swap out the Gohan. But for the purposes of this fight, I'm not going to. I'm going to keep him Blast. You can switch him to Strike, but I'm going to keep him Blast. Other than that, let's move on. Coming out of that fight, how well are we looking? Okay. Gohan's healing up. Gohan took a wee bit, but it's not too much. Got the full kill nonetheless. Avoid the super attack. Guarantee it because it's stun, but it doesn't matter too much. 1.7 billion, let's move on. Next fight going to be right in front of us against Shadow Dragons. The one I have feared slightly the most, but we should be able to get through this here decently enough. Okay, so this is where we're going to have the fight right here. I was planning on maybe putting the Goten in the extra damage tile, but I want to try and see if I can get as much damage buffs as I possibly can. So I'm going to be buffing these two, and hopefully we can get through it decently enough. So let's move on. The way you do this fight here. Now, actually, to be fair, now that I'm thinking of it, I probably am better keeping that EX Gohan off because there's 2 yellows, and I'm afraid for his life, so I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, so I swapped him out for Kaioken Goku instead of the Nappa, because although the Nappa might be slightly better, and I'm now thinking of it, it probably is, but Goku has type advantage and there's no type disadvantage, he's just neutral or advantage, and plus we've already got 3 other blues on the team, so might as well just keep them the way they are. So yeah, the way we do this fight here is get rid of 2 supports. Get rid of Sin, then you get rid of this guy. You can swap these 2 about because he can actually buff the whole board, whereas I don't know too much about him. Get rid of this Omega, then get rid of Ice and then Nova, then get rid of the Ultra Omega because he can buff GT below 50% HP. So leave him to last, he's only going to buff himself, and we've got us into the bag. So again, the Goten might take a wee bit, but let's just hope he doesn't. Okay, so coming out of that fight, how dead is Goten? Actually, he's pretty good. This Gohan took the brunt of the damage actually. Full kill. Not too shabby, not too shabby. It's probably the way we're going to be doing this from now on. But regardless, yeah, no, he should be okay. Let's move on. Next fight gonna be IS Movies team. Yes. So yeah, let's get into this here and see how well we do. Keep it like this here. Now, you would be thinking it's a slightly better idea to put this Gohan back in because it's an easy stage. And you'd be right. So yeah, I'm gonna say... I'm probably just gonna keep it like this here. I was gonna put the Goku into the special move, but I'm gonna leave it. So let's move on. Alright, so the way you do this fight is get rid of Bojack, then get rid of Gohan, get rid of Super Saiyan 3, get rid of the Nappa, get rid of Kid Buu, and then get rid of the 13. Easiest way to get through this here, so let's move on. Oh, coming out of that fight, how well do we look? Okay, Gohan actually took a wee bit of damage, but nonetheless, we got ourselves a full kill. Not too shabby, let's move on. Next fight gonna be this free fifth stage right here, because it's the easiest one out of this one, and this one especially. So yeah, let's move on to this one and see how well we do. Okay, so I am probably not going to be going around this here the correct way, but I'm going to stick with this here and see how well we do. There is 3 purples. This Goku's probably going to take a lot of damage, the healing guy, but there isn't like too much of a danger from a green but I'd rather get rid of him before anything else bad happens, in case. So I'm gonna do it like this here. If you want to, you can swap out this Goku for maybe the Nappa if you are wanting to be safe. That's 100% fine. Swap the Goku for the Nappa. That doesn't matter too much. So yeah, let's attempt to move on and see how well we do. And the way you do this fight is you get rid of this God Goku, then you get rid of this Goku, then you get rid of this guy, get rid of the Drip, then you get rid of Sign, and then MUI. This is the better method because obviously leave Sign and MUI to last because of their dodging mechanic. But because the fact that he's a defense unit, he's just pure attack. He's also a defense unit and he's also pure attack. They shouldn't be too bad. It's the last two that's the most worrisome. So well, we're going to move on and see how we do. And coming out of that fight, how well are we looking? Okay, Gohan's brushing it near half HP, full kill. It was a free fifth stage, but again, your best saving to worry about it rather than actually going through it and realizing your mistakes. That's what I'm just saying. We're going to move on and do this fight right here. It's another easy fight. We get a lot of heals off this, so let's get into it. And this is the way we're going to have to fight right here. Obviously, Gohan for healing and sustain damage cut is the best way to be doing this here. So we're going to move on and get into it. Way to do this fight is you get rid of Tapion, then you get rid of Goku Baby, get rid of the support, get rid of Goku, this Boo, and then this Rildo. Other than that, let's move on. And coming out of that fight, how well are we looking? Alright, everybody's healed up mostly. 1.7, easy enough fight. It's one of the easiest fights in the game. So let's move on. Next fight gonna be this one right here. Not bad. It's not easy, it's not difficult, if you know what you're doing, so let's get into it. Okay, see, this is what we're gonna do right here. You would want to go for a full color wheel, but we can't do that. Now that I'm also thinking about it, there's no reds, so there's no point in having two blues on, so yeah, I'm safer just doing this here. Have him here. And you know what, swap these two about. Have him here, get him a wee bit healed, if needs be. He doesn't. But yeah, no, I'd rather get buffs as much as I can. So, let's get into it. The way you do this fight is get rid of these two immediately, because he debuffs, and he's a blue card farmer. Get rid of him next, he heals. Get rid of him next, he can double attack. Get rid of him next, although yes, he is a death buffer, but he buffs minions. So, wait, why am I saying that? We're putting him last, doesn't matter. Then put him last. You could alternate between these two, but this is the way I like to do it here personally, so let's move on. And coming out of that fight, how well are we looking? Okay, obviously not too bad. It's a free fifth stage, 1.3 million, full kill, avoid his super attack. So yeah, we got at least 3 on the way, so that's good. Let's move on. Next fight gonna be this one right here. It's a bit of a difficult one, but they're all decently low stars. So we shouldn't be too bad, but I'm not going to give my hopes up. And also we're not going for this one because this is just a no-go. We have 2 Fusion Warriors. One of them's literally just stars of an actual Ultra. The other one's 2, but they actually are still going to get buffed regardless of what they do. So we're going to skip that. I'm going to go for this one right here. Let's get into it. Okay, see, and the way we're going to do this right here, I've took it off the Gohan. There's 2 yellows. 2 major yellows, so yeah. You can put on the Nappa if you want to. By all means, put on the Nappa if you want to feel safe, but I'm going to stick with this here because this is honestly going pretty well for me. Famous last words. But yeah, now let's move on. Alright, so yeah, the way we do this fight is you get rid of these 2 first, and then you would want to get rid of this black here, because the only reason why I go for these 2 first over the black is because he gets stronger every time you defeat an enemy, she stuns you on turn 2, and he's just a support. Then you get rid of Vegito, get rid of this black, and then this Vegito at the end. Leave the Vegito to the end. If you need the rush, then it's space save for him. But yeah, other than that, I feel like this is probably the best method we can do. So let's get into this here and see how well we do. Alright, coming out of that fight, how well are we looking? I was expecting this much because the purple. Didn't get the full kill. Oh my god, my word, so did it help. We got 2.3 million. This Goku is somewhat on the ropes, but he can live because of his healing. We've got 3 supers, so that's pretty good. So let's move on. Next fight gonna be this one right here, because you cannot do this one, rather not do that one. Although yes, it does have healing, but no. And this one you can do if you want to. It's a piss easy fight, easy enough hills. So if you want to go for that, go for that. Get the Goku and the Gohan healed. But I'm gonna get points, so I'm gonna see if I can do this here. Okay, so this is the way we're gonna have this fight right here. There's not much I can do, but it's probably the best I can do. There is 3 yellows. I'm not putting on a purple, no matter how dangerous the green is. There's 3 yellows. I'd rather keep them, so we're gonna move on. The way you do this fight is give rid of this Goku, then get rid of this Goku, get rid of this Goku, and then get rid of these 2. This is the way I say you do this here. So I say we move on. And coming out of that fight, how well are we looking? Okay, these 2 are steady, 1.9 million, full kill. You see, you can go from 4th. That's probably the way you should have done it, is go from 4th. But, again, if your team's strong enough, go from 5th. If not, go from 4th. That's all I'll say. Other than that, let's move on. Next fight gonna be this one right here. It's the same fight we did the first time. It's easy enough, because this one is just no-go. So, let's get into this here. This is what we're gonna have it right here. So, yeah, other than that, let's move on. The way we do this fight is just the way we did it beforehand. If you want to go for the Bardock early on, go right ahead because of what we saw the first time. I'll say that much. But I'm going to stick with the same formation we did before. And let's get into this here. And coming out of that fight, how well are we looking? Okay, not too shabby. 2.1 million, full kill, not too shabby. Alright, so let's move on to the last fight of the board, which is going to be the Cyber Squad. As we faced before, it's easy enough to deal with, so let's get into it. Now we're going to keep with the same formation. So, yeah, other than that, let's just move on. The way you do this fight is just the way we did before. These 2 immediately, get rid of the healer, get rid of the double attacker, get rid of him, and then get rid of him. Other than that, let's get into it. And coming out of that fight, how well? Okay, so these 2 have actually healed up a wee bit. He's got a super attack ready, so that's 3 supers on the way. Nearly 2 million. Seriously wish it was 2 million now. We got the full kill nonetheless, so yeah, other than that, let's see our points. 22.4 million, not too shabby, it's obviously nowhere near the top, but we're gonna have a look anyways, and see whereabouts we place compared to the top. Okay, so we got 27 million running a Super Warriors team. And I can't even say this is not a usual Super Warrior setup in all honesty. Other than that, it's not too bad. Everything else is just really Super Warriors, Rival Universe, mostly Super Warriors, a lot of Super Warriors. Zanya with a movies team. Interesting to see. Interesting indeed. But yeah, no, the top 30 is literally just Super Warriors. So where do we end up? I'm curious. I think okay, it's 107, I'll 100% take that. So yeah, other than that, hope you did enjoy it. See you all in the next video.